your hands up and fill the next cup. Let's get this started again. Wake up, rub the eyes, another new day and it's no surprise. I lost my phone, my keys, my car, I left my wallet at the bar. Tie shoes, swig some booze, another new day, got nothing to lose. I can't remember her name, I think this show's all to blame. If it's only gonna be for tonight, let's set this party right. So throw your hands up and fill the next cup. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada for another episode of Universe Mode. This time, it's time for Smackdown Live, and we have the finale of the qualifying matches for War Games, plus a lot more coming your way here in the number 6. You know what number it is. I'm not even going to say it, but here we go. Smackdown Live coming your way. All right, guys, kicking off this episode, we have Io Sky.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
The genius of the Sky making her way down to the ring here on the Go Home Show 2 Survivor Series. And she is in a one-on-one singles match against Roxanne Perez, and the winner of this is going to Survivor Series to represent the blue brand in the War Games match. So let's see if Io can get a big win here, or will it be Roxanne Perez? And there is the prodigy herself, Miss Perez.
Her opponent from Laredo, Texas, Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne is definitely one of the upcoming stars here in the women's division on SmackDown Live this season and towards the future. But will she get the big win here over Io Sky in this qualifying match for the women's War Games team this Sunday at Survivor Series? Let's go down to the ring and start this first match of this episode of SmackDown Live. All right, here you go. The bell has been rung, and look at Io Sky with an incredible move to start off this matchup and this episode. Kick to the back from Io. And now kick to the spine. And look at this. Io looking for something else here. Trying to think what she can do to win this match. It would be huge for her career here in Universe Mode history, and also be huge for Roxanne Perez. Both women need this to improve the resume, and a big strong strike there from, I don't know, Roxanne is bleeding. I thought she punched Io and that caused some blood, but it looks like Roxanne was the one that was bleeding somehow early on in this match. You guys can see it's on her forehead, and now Perez powering down the genius. Irish whip into the corner. Perez taking it slow, looking for something here. Turning the arm around, and now picking up the pace. Roxanne Perez taking down Sky. Going for a cover. The shoulders are down. Charles Robinson begins the count, and a kick out at 1. And if you guys are just tuning in for the first time ever, that on this channel, that is, make sure to subscribe. I do Universe Mode content every Monday, Friday, and Sundays, coming soon every 4 weeks. So we have 3 pay-per-views left here in the Universe Mode calendar here in 2K25. We have Survivor Series, which is this Sunday. Then we have Royal Rumble after that. And then we have the biggest show of them all, WrestleMania. So keep that in mind. And look at this. Perez countering that pin into her own. And I am genuinely curious who's going to win this match. It is up in the air. Both women are very similar in movesets, like athleticism-wise. But Io definitely has the aerial advantage, and Roxanne Perez Does not, and a nice suplex there from Sky. Sky is a former WCW Women's Tag Team Champion. She was that last season alongside Timeless Toni Storm, which Toni Storm is not a part of this season. As of now, who knows, she might show up at some point in time, but we have not seen her since the end of the 2K24 season. And now Io, oof, with some double knees there. And it looks like right now Sky will be moving on to team up with Bayley in a mystery competitor. The GM of SmackDown Live, Stephanie McMahon, made an announcement that there will be a mystery competitor competing in the Women's War Games match. So keep that in mind as well. But look at Sky with a nice maneuver there. The cover from Io. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. I'm still wondering who that will be. But speaking of Stephanie McMahon, we will hear from her after this match backstage. So I wonder what that could be in a springboard dropkick to perfection from Io. And Io looking for some more knees to the face, and she connects. The bloodied face of Perez not in a good position whatsoever right now. But look at this, a spear to the outside from Io. The count begins. Guys, all of the matches here tonight on SmackDown Live are qualifying matches for the respective genders War Games match. We have a male match next, then another women's, and then we have another men's in the main event spot. So keep that in mind. Io with a nice counter here. Now she's going for the Irish whip. And now taking her down from behind. Sky with a big knee now to the bloodied face again. And if Sky lands another big move here, I think she has it. Look at this combo from the genius of the Sky, and a kick to the side of the face. And Sky in the corner looking for something, walking over. And oh, she's not done. Look at this maneuver. Pushing her feet into the throat. Oh, she's not done. Oh my God. Nice maneuver there. The cover from Sky to put her away. Kick out at 1 from the Prodigy. Oh boy, but this is the genius of the Sky. Looking for the moonsault possibly. The moonsault counter. That was the finishing maneuver of Io Sky. Well, Roxanne Perez with a great counter there to the veteran in Io. Io has been a veteran in this series all the way back to 2K22 about 3 years ago when I first started making this series. So keep that in mind as well. She definitely has the experience. Roxanne Perez was not featured in 2K22, but she was featured in 23, not featured in 24, and now she's back. So she's been hopping around. But I can guarantee you this, Roxanne is going nowhere. But look at this, Sky, top rope looking for the moonsault again, connects this time. Will she go on to compete in War Games this Sunday? And she does. Sky is your winner.
Here is your winner, Io Sky!
Great win for Io Sky, and that means the genius of the Sky has qualified. Let's go hear from Stephanie McMahon. Backstage, that is. You know, I actually find it funny that WCW thinks they're walking out of Survivor Series victorious. Because this isn't their year. It's about the year of blue. SmackDown Live doesn't just talk about dominance. We define it. Look at the star power I have. The WWE Champion, CM Punk. The Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. And just to name a few, the Tag Team Champions, the Motor City Machine Guns, setting the standard as tag team dominance. And that's just the beginning. WCW can bring whoever they want because I don't care about their champions. And this Sunday, they're stepping into my house. And when the night is over, the world will remember exactly why SmackDown Live is better than WCW Nitro. All right, guys, up next, we have another men's qualifier.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn!
What I meant by another men's qualifier is that there's another qualifier taking place on SmackDown. There has been some last week and now there's some this week. And Sami Zayn, the man that is 2-0 against the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar, has arrived. And he has a tough challenge here in this qualifying match because I know Brock Lesnar is the Beast. But Sami Zayn, you guys can see on the screen, is taking on the ring general, Gunther. Gunther is a former WWE champion this season, and ever since he lost that belt, he's been pissed off. So I would be worried if I was Sami Zayn. But Sami Zayn is on a high after defeating Lesnar, like I said, twice in a row. But let's see Gunther now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the matter is highly. What you're about to witness is dignified deformation executed by unprecedented precision. A diabolical athlete who will stop at nothing to uphold the integrity and honor of this great sport. Der Ringgeneral, Gunther!
Thank you, Ludwig Kaiser. And there is the ring general himself, Gunther. Like I said, Gunther lost his WWE title to CM Punk months back, took some time off, and here he is once again. He grew a full beard, and I don't know if that's the right move. It hasn't really played out in his favor, but if he beats Sami Zayn here and qualifies for the War Games match this Sunday, that's all that matters. I'm not going to judge his appearance too much. But Ace Army, let's see who is going to Survivor Series. Will it be that man Gunther, or will it be Sami Zayn? All right, the bell has been rung, and Sami Zayn going after Gunther already. Going for the back, trying to think of what he can do. And this is not Brock Lesnar he's in the ring with. This is another freak of nature. But Sami Zayn never backs down from a challenge. And I know I mentioned this in pretty much every Sami Zayn match we're in, but in case you guys are new, tuning in for the first time, Sami Zayn has that eye patch on his eye because very early on in the series, Sami Zayn had a feud with the prize fighter Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens threw him through a glass window on a car backstage, and glass got in his eye, and it's all damaged. So that is why, I don't know if someone got in it, it's infected, it's not even there anymore, I don't know. We haven't seen Sami Zayn take that eye patch off since the beginning of the season. So we'll see how long Sami Zayn has to wear it. Based on what I've heard, and the doctors have said, that Sami Zayn has to wear it until the end of the season. So when the 2K26 season comes out in a few months, he shouldn't have his eye patch anymore. That is the word on the street, and we will see if that stands true. But going back to this men's War Games qualifying match, we can see how Sami Zayn is really taking this slow with the ring general, Gunther. Gunther looks like he's a little panicked right now, but not for long, because I'm sure he can turn this around. But no, I guess not, because Sami Zayn powers him down. Impressive. Now working on the neck. Good stuff here from Zayn, but look at Ludwig Kaiser grabbing a kendo stick, throwing it in to hope Gunther can use it, and a knee to the face from the underdog from the underground. But look, Charles Robinson sees it. But Zayn with a chop to the chest of his own. That's usually Gunther's special. And now, nice maneuver there to the ankle, trying to slow him down. And now here comes a combo from Zayn, and now Gunther busted open. 2 back-to-back qualifying matches for War Games. Both have blood involved. That's what I like to see. But Zayn was looking for a springboard there, just getting the crowd on their feet, and they're chanting "Ole, ole, ole," and a blue thunder bomb connects. 1, 2, kick out attitude from Gunther, and Gunther has to be shaking in his boots right now because Sami Zayn is looking remarkable, incredible, and a haluva kick. Gunther gets hit with that haluva kick to the dome, and that might be it. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, Zayn squashed him too.
Here is your winner, Sami Zayn!
Man, Sami Zayn has been on a run of a lifetime. In case you guys forgot, we are live in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada for the Go Home Show 2 Survivor Series, which takes place this Sunday. And we are moments away from the Smackdown Live Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. Oh, and there she is, and look at that. That is a brand new championship belt that she is holding. We have not seen that title in the history of Universe Mode. This title looking brand spanking new and fresh. Because if you guys recall, back in WWE 2K22, when this series began, it was the blue one, the one that Rhea Ripley held up to this point this season, but it looks like there is a brand new one going into the pay-per-view. But you know what's oddly funny about Rhea Ripley in Survivor Series? Last season, Rhea Ripley was WCW Women's Champion going into the same pay-per-view with the same sort of integrity and aggressiveness when she took on the former women's champion at the time, Alexa Bliss. Both women now flip-flop brands, but now we see the Eradicator with a new title making her way down to the ring. So let's see what Rhea Bloody Ripley has to say ahead of Survivor Series this Sunday. Survivor Series this Sunday, I don't just represent SmackDown Live, I lead it. I walk in with a brand new title, which you saw, and for the second straight season, I'm the world champion. Last season, WCW was my home, but that's the past. Now I stand here on the blue brand, just like my fellow champion and my friend, CM Punk. We've moved on from WCW. We've leveled up, and this Sunday, we prove it. WCW, it doesn't matter. SmackDown Live will run Survivor Series. And here comes Giulia in our final women's qualifying match for War Games this Sunday.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, Giulia!
Giulia is an interesting superstar this season. She made her debut here in the 2K25 season, but she hasn't been on the biggest amount of success. She is currently sitting at a 2-4 record, which isn't terrible. It could be way worse, but we'll see what happens here when she goes toe-to-toe with the EST of WWE. That's right, Bianca Belair and Giulia going at it in this qualifying match. But let's see Bianca Belair, I suppose. And there is the EST.
Opponent from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair!
We have not seen this woman, Bianca Belair, since Hell in a Cell, approximately in about a month ago, when she lost to Ivy Nile in a huge upset. That shocked the world. But we'll see if Belair can bounce back following that loss to Ivy Nile here in this qualifying match for War Games this Sunday. So let's see what happens when Belair takes on Giulia here in this third match of the episode. All right, the bell has been rung, and a spear from Bianca to start off this match. Going for an early cover here on Giulia. And a kick out at 1. Charles Robinson doing overtime right now. We usually don't see him do much, but it looks like he will be doing most of the officiating here tonight. And a nice moonsault there from Belair. Arm drag to Giulia now. And Bianca looking for her next move. Big shot to the face and a second one, a third one. And look at the strength of this woman doing squats with Giulia. That is a grown woman she's doing that to. And now looking for a standing moonsault, and she connects. Looks like she hasn't missed a step since her last match, even though she lost it. And what an announcement from Rhea Ripley that we saw, coming out with the new Smackdown Women's title. Brand new design. A stomp there from Bianca. And now Bianca using her strength to her advantage, looking for a running power slam. And she's telling Giulia to bring it on even more. Giulia needs this win to improve her record, but Bianca needs this win just as much after that terrible loss to Ivy Nile at Hell in a Cell. Big shots from Belair. And Belair using her strength once again to power down Giulia. Going outside the ring. And guys, this is a no DQ match. I forgot to mention that. But Belair has the kendo stick, hitting her with it. And I don't know why Charles Robinson was going for the count. It didn't even matter. But oh, standing moonsault does not connect this time. But the kendo stick did break on Giulia's body. Irish whip. And oh, counter. Or not really counter, I guess. Just a swing and a miss from Giulia. Oh, the back gave out of Belair using her strength way too quickly. And look at this. This is Giulia's time to capitalize. Look at the strength of her. Spinning her around and dropping her down in the middle of the ring. And now I needed the... Oh, counter. Counter City back and forth between these two women who will be going to Survivor Series this Sunday and representing SmackDown Live alongside Bayley, Io Sky, and a mystery woman. Who will it be? And what a move that was from Giulia. Kick to the spine now. And Belair is finally on the decline in this match on the defensive side of things as well. Count of 5. And I'm surprised that there is countouts, but it is a no DQ match. Kind of shocking to me. But look at this. Giulia with the steel chair in hand, but she drops it. Belair looking for the KOD. Connected. This isn't good for Giulia. She got to get out of this somehow. Belair dragging her to the closer to the center of the ring. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 from Giulia. Stomp from Bianca, now an elbow to the back. Grabbing the steel chair and whacking her with it right to the midsection. Giulia to the outside. And Bianca is just watching as this just takes place. And now following her to the floor. Stomp to the arm. Now a stomp to the arm. Right by our commentary desk. And Belair, look at this. Oh, big move there. Like I said, using her strength to her advantage. Count of 3 and now an Irish whip to the barricade side of the floor. And what a sight this is. Look at this sold out crowd for this episode of SmackDown Live here in Vancouver. The whole week has been in Vancouver because of Survivor Series. So it is a Canadian road trip here, you could say. Oh, God. Right to the face goes Belair. Irish whip. And Giulia now with another one. And not letting Bianca Belair do anything else to her. Giulia taunting right in the corner of the ring, right by Charles Robinson. Count of 6 now, but Giulia has that steel chair. Oh. Breaking the count, I suppose. Back in the ring we go. Dropping the chair, and look at Giulia going for a roll-up to try to put her away. Nope. Taking her to the corner now, face first into the turnbuckle pad, knee to the side, and now some boots right to the skull and the forehead, and she's not done running in. Oh my God, connects. And was looking for a headbutt there, I think, but Belair with a great counter. And a power slam connects into the pin attempt. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Stomp from Bianca. Kick to the midsection now. Hoisting her up. Oh, counter from Giulia. Going for a pin. 1, 2. Oop. Turning it around is Belair. And 2 counts from both women. Who is going to win this match? Irish whip. Off the rope she goes. And a running... Oh, I was going to say a running assault, but look at Belair with the strength. Once again, planting down Giulia. And Belair looking for the second KOD of this match. Hoisting her up. This might be it. KOD connects. The pin. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 from Giulia. What a match here on the Go Home Show to Survivor Series. Punch to the face. Now a stunner to the floor. Bianca taunting on the second rope. And now Giulia, as soon as she was trying to get some air, Belair just continues to the assault and the aggravation. Irish whip. Back in the ring we go. Belair going to the top. Looking to fly. Diving elbow drop to the back connects. Pin attempt. 1, 2, 3. Bianca Belair wins.
Here is your winner, Bianca Belair.
Great win for Bianca Belair to win this match, to bounce back after her loss to Ivy Nile at Hell in a Cell. And we'll see her this Sunday representing the blue brand at Survivor Series. Cody, you thought jumping me from behind last week made a statement? All it did was wake something up. I'm the WWE champion, the best in the world, the voice of the voiceless, standing here in the crowd because I fight with the people, not above them. You might be the WCW champion, but you are not ready for this version of CM Punk. This Sunday, live here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Survivor Series will be with no sneak attacks, no excuses, nowhere to run. You wanted my attention, now deal with the consequences, my friend. All right, guys, it is main event time. And here's main event. Jey Uso in a War Games qualifier. And look who's with him. His best friend, CM Punk, the WWE champ.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds. Main event, Jey Uso.
This is Jey Uso's first match in a while. Pretty much, I want to say a month's time since Jey Uso has been in the ring. So we'll see if he can win here, because in his last match, he did lose to Sami Zayn, who we saw earlier on here tonight. But we'll see if he can bounce back after that, because Jey Uso always bounces back. But who is his opponent here in the final men's qualifying match for SmackDown Live at Survivor Series? Oh boy, it's Drew McIntyre. The Scottish psychopath is here.
And his opponent from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre!
It also has been a while since we saw this man in action as well. We haven't seen McIntyre dating all the way back, I believe, to week 4, when it was the #1 contender for the WWE Championship, where this man took on Kenny Omega, his former best friend, and Omega won. And Drew, I guess, took some time off, and here he is. Well, let's see who will qualify for War Games. Will it be McIntyre or will it be Uso? All right, here we go. The bell has been rung in a running neck breaker there from Drew McIntyre to start it off. And now some repeated stomps to the chest from the Scottish psychopath. And now a shot to the back. Stomp there. And Jey Uso rolling out of the way now. Oh, trying to do something, I guess. But Jey Uso can't go anywhere. Drew McIntyre has a firm grasp, on Jey. And look who it is, Jessica Carr, doing her first match of the night and only match of the night. Charles Robinson was doing triple what he usually does, because he usually saves it for rare appearances. But a kick out at 1 from main event Jey Uso. You guys can see the WWE Champion CM Punk here at ringside. He is best friends with Jey Uso, if you didn't know. These guys have been together and fought, actually, Drew McIntyre and Kenny Omega in tag team action before. So it's kind of crazy that CM Punk is watching this match. Not really that crazy, but if you miss it, this man right here, CM Punk, got attacked last week on SmackDown Live, courtesy of the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes of WCW. The WCW champion yet, which is crazy enough. But good for CM Punk, though. I mean, he really didn't stand his ground, but it is whatever, I guess. We heard from him earlier on. So that was kind of bittersweet and talking trash on a man that he once called a friend. But Jey Uso, McIntyre, who is going to be the next man to qualify for War Games this Sunday? I really don't know. This match could go either way. I could see it being Jey. I could see it being Drew. Jey brings the athleticism and the charisma. Drew brings the power and aggressiveness. So both are good in their own right. And Jey Uso getting this crowd in Vancouver on their feet here in the main event. Face first into the turnbuckle goes Drew. And Drew now gets kicked. And Jey Uso's not done. Ooh, so, boom. Nice maneuver there to McIntyre. And Jey trying to put him away. 2, kick out at 2 from McIntyre. Oh boy, Jey looking for a running move here. Running spear, knocking McIntyre off the apron. Count of 1. And now Uso working on the neck of Drew McIntyre. Throwing him down now. Now an elbow right to the chest. Kick to the face from McIntyre. And McIntyre misses that attack. Irish whip from Jey. count of 6. 7 now. Headbutt there from McIntyre. Dang. That rocked Jay. The Glasgow kiss, as he calls it. The cover from Drew. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Irish whip. And a Claymore connects from McIntyre, and Punk can't believe it. Punk has been in the ring with McIntyre, and he has felt those moves before. They hurt. And now he's trying to get the crowd here in Vancouver to cheer for Jay and get them on his side. You can see that look in Punk watching this match. And going top rope goes McIntyre, and a diving elbow drop into a pin this time. 2. Kick out at 2 from Jay. He's still staying alive after that big man just jumped on him. Drew hoists him up, dropping him down. Misses the stomp, and a spear from Uso. The cover, Punk loving it on the outside. 2. Kick out at 2. Both men kicking out of big moves at 2. But who will be the man to represent SmackDown Live at Survivor Series? Nice little wombo combo there from Jay. A chop to the chest and then a kick to the face. Now Jay's not done. He's running in. A nice kick there to the midsection. Drew stumbling. He finally goes down. Now I'm surprised we have not seen an Uso splash attempt here from Jay yet. But it looks like he's just going to keep on doing his thing. And here we go. It might be happening now. Jay going. Oh, no, he's not. But the 360 angle there. And now, oh my God, a top rope punch attack. Kick to the back from Uso. Working on the legs now, trying to wear the big man down. Big shot to the face there, and McIntyre with the counter. Irish whip from Jay. And nice move there from the Scottish psychopath. And now some stomps to the chest, trying to wear down Jay's chest. Top rope. McIntyre telling Jay to get up. And look at this. McIntyre with a top rope attack connecting. And Drew, I don't think is done, because he is going for the Boston Crab. In the middle of the ring, Jessica Carr asking Jay if he taps or gives up, but Jay gets out of it. Super kick to the faces, Jay. And this might be the Uso splash. Look at this aerial shot connecting. And Jay going for a cover on McIntyre. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Oh my God. Jay's still not done. He's going to the middle rope. Headbutt connects. Jay slowly getting him up. Kick to the chest. And now putting the one up to honor his family history. Super kick to the skull. Kick to the back. Now Jay is on one right now. Can McIntyre dig deep and find a way to get out of this? And oh my God, counter from Drew. And now Jay to the outside right next to CM Punk. Drew now with a combo of his own. A power combo, you could say. Like I said, he has the power advantage in a nice maneuver there to Uso. But look, Drew looking for a Claymore. Claymore connects the second one to Uso. McIntyre with the pin. 2. Kick out at 2. What a match. Oh my God. Oh, dude. Drew had these in the tank. He might complete the hat trick like the Canucks do in this arena. And he connects And now Jey Uso bloodied in that eye. And Drew McIntyre qualifies for War Games.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
All right, guys, I will see you this Sunday for Survivor Series. So be there or be square.